Well guys, I finally got that old big welding table out of here. It's been in here, probably 8-9 years, and it just took up so much room. We had this stainless table down at the barn, and it's real lightweight. I got to cut this little piece off right here. It's just sticking out. I don't know what this thing was designed for, but I mean it's really not even attached to the legs. But it gives me a whole lot of room in here and gives me a little table to work on. As you can see, I kind of had to move a bunch of junk around to clean that table off. Some of this stuff's got to get out of here, like this tiller and wheel and tire and all. I'm going to move it out. But I was thinking, this cart I got my Hobart on, these tires are pneumatic and they're Chinese and they go flat pretty quick. And this damn Hobart weighs about 120 something pounds. It's pretty heavy. But what I got me some angle iron here, and I got some pipe, and I'm thinking about just making a small table to hold that Hobart over here by this work table. I'm gonna leave this MIG on this roll around cart because it's just so simple to move it where I need it. Bought this 2x10 floor trailer with and ended up didn't need it, so I'm going to use it for the flooring for this table for that Hobart. Take this angle. I don't have a whole lot of it. Now I got no idea what I'm going to do here. It's not going to be nothing fancy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have this angle like that, and I'm going to put this 2x10 and put a couple pieces across from one to the other. And I just got to figure out how long I need it. I don't really need it as long as this table, because I just need as long as that machine is. Then once I get me some pieces welded from here to here, get this in a box, then I can cut my pipe to length and weld that to the bottom, and then take that conduit and brace it up. So the next thing I gotta do is I gotta find some flat metal to weld from side to side, and I don't think I'm gonna have enough. So see what we got. Okay, so here's what I come up with. 20 inches deep, 14 inches wide would be plenty. I think I can cut these old lawnmower blades off and just weld them in front and back, and then we'll be ready to cut the legs 33 inches and get those welded on. See what it looks like. Okay guys, I got my piece clamped up 20 inches. When working with any kind of metal power tool, always want to make sure you're wearing hair protection, safety glasses. I like to wear gloves. This thing's going to be loud. I was wake up the neighborhood. It's early Sunday morning. Pretty good job. A lot better than that cut torch. I did leave the end of it cut with a torch, but it won't show no way. So Alright, do this one, them 2 blades. Okay, so here's what it's going to look like before I get it welded. But I've got it all cleaned up around the corners. And I'm going to just tack it and try to get it squared up. And it's 14 inches from side to side, and that'll be plenty big. And then when I get it squared up, we'll be ready to weld it. Once I get it welded, we'll be ready to cut the legs for it and then brace the legs. Okay, so I got it welded up. Well, it didn't turn out too bad. Had a hole in this blade there, so I didn't bother to fill it in. I just went around it. And I run out of stick and I had to come back into it. So I welded that up with a 60-13 and about say about 105 amps, something like that. Pretty good. I think it's going to hold pretty well. So now I'm ready to get this pipe cut. Okay, so I didn't have quite enough to make 4 legs, but I got these 3 cut and welded. And I welded these 2 with my MIG, and it was feeding fine. And I got over here going to weld this one, and it started acting like it didn't want to feed good, so I ended up welding it with that stick welder. I had some issues with this, and I had my amps turned down too low, and it wasn't really getting a good penetration. And I finally turned them back up. I had them as low as 70 at one time, but I ended up turning them back up to about 100 to get a decent penetration. And this has been galvanized. You have to be careful with metal fume fever. I don't have a respirator. You can quite get that in good, but it's on there pretty good. And I think once I get my braces across there to all 4 legs. Whoop, telephone. Okay. Where was that? Anyway, once I get the braces across and welded across here, I don't think there'd be no issue with it. The only issue I can see right now is it's sinking into the ground with that heavy ass welder on it. I did go back and weld these seams. I'm going to weld this one up too once I get this leg mounted. And that just kind of helped strengthen it a little bit. It didn't quite get full depth penetration from the other side, but it's on there pretty good. And these spring steel, they do have a little flex to them, so kind of worried me a little bit. But anyway, I don't think it'd be no problems. So I'm gonna go eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna get another piece of pipe and cut, and we'll get it on there. Hey guys, here's the almost finished product. I got to cut the board to put on top. I just used some galvanized conduit, beat the ends flat and tacked it in. That last leg I cut, it wasn't quite straight up and down as the rest of them, so I think I can make it work. Kind of got in a hurry. Let's shadow this bad, but that stuff ain't as easy as damn well as you think it is. I like welding thick stuff like this. Thin stuff, that burns through too quick. And if you don't get them damn pieces good and flat, you can't get no weld to them. But I think it'll work. It ain't pretty. It'll do the job. And it didn't cost me nothing but a few welding rods and some electricity. Of course, I had to buy that, but I wanted it anyway. Anyway, I'll show you what it looks like when I get everything together. Okay guys, got the top in it. Bolted down. I didn't really put the 2 bolts in this first one. It's pretty sturdy. I went ahead and put 4 in this back one. But yeah, I don't think she's going nowhere. Yep, there it is, finished product. And I screwed me a couple little holders on the front of it, hold my cables. Now I guess it took me about, I don't know, 3 and a half hours to build it. I think it's well worth it. Gets it up off this damn cart. This cart's kind of a pain because the tires go flat all the time, but it's handy to move stuff around, but it's in my daggum way. I can't get through my door here, so that's going out of here. I'm going to move this other MIG over here against the side of it right here. Then I have this table. I'm going to try to keep it clear. Use it as a welding table or whatever. And just a good work table, because as you can see, I got crap everywhere. I had this table cleaned off the other day, and now look at it, just piled up again. So that's the way it is. All that junk there needs a place to go. Anyway, guys, appreciate you watching.